On Ghana's coast, with a view of the vast Atlantic, stands Cape Coast Castle. Its whitewashed walls might seem peaceful, almost beautiful, against the blue water. But this serene facade hides one of the darkest chapters in human history. Let's step back in time. The castle was originally built in 1653 by the Swedish Africa Company, not for slaves, but for trading gold and timber. But as history unfolded, control shifted from the Swedes to the Dutch and finally to the British. By the 1700s, its purpose had turned sinister. It became a major hub in the transatlantic slave trade. Imagine this. Inside these very walls, thousands of African men, women, and even children were imprisoned. They were captured from their homes, torn from their families, and thrown into dark, suffocating dungeons. Here, they faced unimaginable horrors: starvation, sickness, violence, and crushing despair. The male dungeons were packed with hundreds of people at a time, chained together, forced to stand in their own filth for weeks, sometimes months. Women were held separately, often suffering brutal abuse at the hands of European officers. And here's the most chilling part. Directly above these dungeons, the European governors, soldiers, and traders lived their lives. They ate their meals, they held church services, they made business decisions that sealed the fate of the people suffering right beneath their feet. This stark contrast between the life upstairs and the hell below is one of the most haunting realities of this place. When the slave ships finally arrived, the enslaved Africans were forced through a narrow tunnel. Today, it's known as the Door of No Return. As they walked through it, they caught their last glimpse of their homeland. This was the final farewell. From there, they were packed onto ships for the treacherous journey across the Atlantic to the Americas. Many didn't survive the voyage. Who did were sold into a life of forced labor and brutality on plantations. Cape Coast Castle was just one of many forts along Ghana's coast that fueled this horrific trade for over 3 centuries. It's estimated that millions of Africans were forced through these gates, forever changing the course of history for Africa, Europe, and the Americas. Today, Cape Coast Castle is a museum and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. People from all over the world come to walk through the same dungeons, to touch the same cold stone walls, and to stand in front of the Door of No Return. For many, especially those of African descent, it's a deeply emotional pilgrimage, a place for mourning, for reflection, and for connecting with their ancestors. This castle is more than just an old building. It's a powerful living echo from the past, reminding us all of the devastating price of injustice. It teaches us why we must never forget, and why we must always fight for truth, memory, and humanity. Thank you for watching. If you found this story important, please like this video and subscribe for more content that uncovers the powerful stories of our world.